Today we're going to take a look at these seat covers by EVBase, and I got to tell you, they're pretty slick. These are pretty nice. I haven't seen a better seat cover for the money. I think the next step up from these seat covers would be to have your seats like professionally reupholstered, which that's going to be a lot more money than these. So with that said, let me tell you about these. First off, they come in all kinds of different colors, all right? I went pretty conservative with these, with the black, with the white accents here. I think it's really slick. I've got a black interior on my Model 3 Performance, and I was pretty tempted to just kind of go all white because, I don't know, I've always been on the fence with the white versus black interior. My car's white. Anyway, I decided to do this instead. However, the only problem I had, they don't make them yet for the Model 3 Performance. We've got those really cool new seats, and really it just amounts to the seat backs with the bolsters being bigger. It's a kind of a whole new redesign, really cool seats. But these aren't made for those. The bolsters on these are made for the seats that are on the Highland, again, or you can order for just the Model 3, Model Y. And they fit and they look really nice. The seat bottoms are the same, the back seats are the same, so I'll be reviewing those. And I'll show you what some other videos, some other pictures of what these look like in a non-performance Model 3. All right, so we're gonna do the usual. We're gonna do a quick unboxing where they're gonna take a look at these a little bit closer, tell you some of the other options. We are going to do a full install. I've got all kinds of little tips and tricks, tools I recommend that aren't in the instructions, and then give you a closer look at what they look like after they're installed and whatever else I can fit in, okay? And please do me a favor, like and subscribe, really helps me out. Thanks. All the links are below. Do not forget to use the discount code TeslaMark. Try it wherever you buy your Tesla stuff. It always saves you the most amount of money. All right, let's look at these a little bit closer. Material is nice. All right, they call this a Napa leather, which feels really close to whatever they put on these car seats, all right, which TPU maybe? I don't know. I'm getting all these materials confused, but it is a very durable fabric. It's got some real thickness to it. There's all kinds of like padding built in. You can see here like how thick these layers are. All right, these are comfy, these are durable. This has a nice perforated look to it. Well, it actually is perforated. Some of the areas, especially these headrests, don't look so good just because of packaging, okay? This stuff, though, it goes away, especially if it's hot out. Unfortunately, I'm doing this in, what is this, November? It's still November, but it's really cold. So this probably is not gonna go away as quick as it would in the summertime. But again, these folds and all that stuff, that's not permanent. So yeah, I went with this black and white, but you could go all white, you could go all black. All kinds of different colors they offer though. And not only that, you can customize it. You can tell them whatever color you want. I don't know, I kind of wish I was that bold. There are people who do like a whole red interior. They get the red steering wheel. And by the way, EVBase sells all this kind of stuff that I'm mentioning too. You know, you get like a red yoke, a red steering wheel, any color, pretty much any colors you want. And talk about making your car unique, man, it really stands out. I've seen some people, what they do with their cars. It's really cool. So this is the full surround. And honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't go with this. First off, I think the install is going to be easier with the full surround. It just kind of goes over the entire seat. And you've got full protection. A lot of people have kids, and the kids are in the back and they're kicking the seats up and everything else. Well, this, you've still got your pocket and you've got full protection all the way up and down, all the way around. Again, the half surround kind of just cuts off here. And I don't think it's much more money to go with a full surround, so I would highly recommend full surround. Okay, pretty cool. They fully take into account the side airbag, and they leave no doubt that there is an opening here for the side airbag to deploy. So the full kit is actually pretty dang cool. Front seats, rear seats, completely covered, front, back. The center console in the front, center console in the back. The side piece, everything's covered. It's just completely covered. It's crazy. So if ever you've been worried about what people are doing in your car, messing it up or potentially messing it up, these things have got you covered. All right, let's get on with the unboxing and then the full install. Before I forget, when you open this box, set the blade really shallow because You don't want to cut these opening the box. Warranty, nice. Install, which you don't need because you got me. All right, let's check these out. So this is obviously the back seat. Looks good. You got perforations here. The white looks really nice. The material feels, you know, I'd have to double check, but right now it feels just like what we got in the Tesla. There's a slight odor. We'll see if that goes away. Stitching looks good. Let me kind of lay this out a little bit and see if I notice anything. All right, you know what? I'm not noticing anything wrong. The stitching looks nice and straight. The seams look good. Everything looks good. Okay, so this, again, this is the back seat. Oh, okay, so these are the sides of the back seat. Okay, same thing here. I mean, we've got some indentations here just from packing, and assuming this is for the center fold-down armrest in the back. Nice, cup holders and everything. That's cool. Everything is covered. I didn't even really think about this. All right, so these are for the front seats. Man, that looks pretty cool, I gotta say. This is looking good. Looks good too. These are the front seats. Seat backs. And again, they look really good. Boy, there's all kinds of stitching here and they got it all right. Seat belt opening here. And then check out the back. Nice, you know, you've still got your pocket. You've got everything. Wow. Nice padding. Everything feels substantial, feels durable. Okay, this is nice. So here it's taking into account your side airbag. They didn't forget that. Okay, now this is important. So these are the seat bottoms. Yeah, this looks good. You know, it's nice and clean. You know, I like this. Same thing, you know, here we've got a crease, but that's from being folded up. I'm sure that'll go away in time. This is for the center. So that's nice to cover that up. Because on my old model, 2018, I got something on my center console. I don't know what I spilled. I assumed it was just some kind of a drink or whatever. And it like wouldn't come off. There was always like a little bit of a stain thing on there. And man, it really bothered me. And I kind of wish I had covered it up. So now I don't have to worry. All right, let's get these in the car. All right, let's start with the bottom and on the passenger side. And the first thing that we have are these straps. So these straps are going to go underneath, and then these clips are going to go right here in between the cushions. So these are going to have to tuck in there. And we'll grab them from behind. Something else I'm doing is raising the seat all the way up. It's going to give more room to work underneath. Okay, so this is going to get tucked right in here, kind of straight down. And when you look from behind the seat, you can see where this goes. And then we're going to hook it to some kind of a rail down there underneath. Maybe I'm going to use this end of this thing. Okay, using this is way easier than using your finger, but you can use your finger. And then we do the same thing on this side. All right, underneath the front seats, and don't mind these wires in the inverter. That's also another crazy stuff I have going on. So the different thing about the performance seats is this backing goes like all the way kind of underneath to here. So to get those straps, you gotta reach in underneath here and find them. All right, so you got to do a little bit more digging with these performance seats. All right, underneath the front seat then, here is one of the straps. I'll get the other one in a minute, and then I'm going to loop it through here, and then we're going to tighten it up. If you're having trouble trying to figure out where to clip things, use your phone. Put it on selfie mode and see the clip? That's one of the side clips. I found that opening or something under there. I've got it clipped to, but yeah, it's way easier using the phone. And again, lift the seat up, you know, the back of the seat when the controls, and way easier. All right, let's get the seat back in. Keep in mind, you want this side, airbag side, with, you know, on the correct side. You know, again, it's great that they've got this opening here for the airbag. Some of the seat covers, you know, in case you don't trust the stitching that it's going to give away for the airbag, this one, they just left no doubt about it. So, all right, let's get this on. It is basically just going to go over the seat back. And I am looking now, I'm going to drop the seat back down. All right, get in the back seat and start putting it over. Oh, we've got a zipper here we can loosen too to make this easier. Okay, so this is a massive bummer. They told me that these were made also for the performance seats. These don't work. I mean, these will not work for the Highland Performance at all. I've seen the Highland seats, and it's the side bolsters are much smaller. They're this size. And, you know, we need them to be like probably at least 2-3 inches bigger. So yeah, these just don't work. They don't work. Massively disappointed, because I know people were looking for seat covers that would also take care of these performance seats. And you know, these seat covers are not just made for seat protection, but you can change the entire look of your car really by changing the seat colors. And these seat covers are nice enough so that you can put them on your seats, and it's a very low cost alternative to replacing all of your seats. So, you know, so Model 3 Highland, Model Y, yeah, they got you, they got you covered literally. But for performance, right now they do not. This sucks. Okay. You can see the bottom here looks fantastic. This is still from packaging and that, but this looks good here in the front. So I'm going to finish up the back, but anyway, yeah, I'm really disappointed because I wanted to put the covers on these. It's unfortunate. I will let you know if they do come out with some for the performance seats, but for right now they do not. All right, back seat. So first we're going to do the bench, and luckily this bench comes off like pretty easily. I'll show you how. We have this is the bottom part here. We've got 4 straps here. We've got these guys, which are just going to tuck in between there, and then they, you know, you pop them out so they hold in. And then we've got a couple of these clip guys also we're going to tuck in there. So this is really not that bad, again, because this bench comes out real easy. So let's do that first. Okay, to get this bench off, real easy. We go down here first, get the camera down here, and this is pretty much the middle of the left seat, and you see this little like plastic lever thing you kind of feel under here. Pull it one way, this way, and it unlocks this bench. And there's one on the, it's pretty much the exact same spot on that side. However, you got to be careful. As soon as you put weight on this, it locks back down. So you got to kind of lift this one up and then pop that one, and it lifts that side up too. So let me go over there and do that. All right, it's not the easiest to work here and get the camera angles and everything else, but remember where these seat buckle latches are. So this one here comes out a little bit longer, and it lays down flat in here. And, you know, we've got this one pushed up here and this one pushed up here. So we're going to have to put those back where they belong. Okay, now, when you lift this seat back up, there are wires connected here and over there. It's for the sensors and things like that. So you don't want to just yank this thing out. This is about how much slack you've got. On my car, there's wires connected here. There are none on that side, however. I thought there were. Maybe that was my 2018. However, this is a Highland 3 Performance, and you've got wires over here. So we've got this out. There's plenty of slack in here to do what we need to do. And this is the first time I'm doing this also, by the way. So you're coming along with me. We have to undo these. Again, I wish they had clips here instead of unstrapping it, but no big deal. You're really only going to be doing this once. And then we can lift this up. No problem. Pull these out. Here and here. And while I'm over here, feed these back through. This one has to go through the one of the seat buckle holes here. I had it kind of going back around here. So let's redo that. Same thing with this one. Same thing. You can see this is off. Okay. I got to redo this one. Keep your eye on these wires back here. You don't want to kind of crush them in there. Not that big of a deal, but... Okay, while we're under here, this has to clip to something. This is like foam. Okay. I don't know if you could see what I did there, but I just basically shoved it in there and it had to puncture a little bit of a hole in this foam. This is just sound deadening foam stuff. You could poke a hole in there, puncture it a little bit. It's no big deal. I'm not sure where else to really hook it to. I guess you could maybe hook it to this strap, but it'll kind of pull it. I don't know. This seems like a good spot to me. I got this clip over here too. So I am going to put that one here. Kind of crunch it in there. Okay. First, we push this buckle through here. All right, that's the first one. And then the other one just kind of, not sure if that's on the camera or not. Keep these pointed up. You don't want them going down like that because they're not going to poke through. So you need to push the seat bench back in there, and it has to go in and then kind of get pushed back in order for the front clips to go down and in. And this has to go through first, and then these have to just kind of line up here in their proper spots. So now put this one here, And then kind of line this up. And all right, you can see this seatbelt buckle there. I pulled it up a little bit so it's lined up. Let me go and line that one up. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pushing the front of this in and down, making sure that I've got these buckles all lined up, because if these buckles aren't lined up, this seat back is definitely not going in. This seat back is more difficult to put in now with this cover on it because it's just like a little bit thicker. Otherwise, the seat back or the seat bench goes in pretty easily. If you don't have the seat bench pushed in enough, it's not going to line up with those seat clips in the front. Okay, so another thing, you have to make sure that this cover is not blocking the clip. There's a latch here, and the clip, you know, unclipped it in the beginning. You want to make sure that that is not blocked. All right, so the most important thing is to make sure that you've got these buckles here lined up with these holes. Make sure that this cover isn't wrapped too far underneath to block the latch from going in. And then you're going to have to, again, it takes a little bit more force to get this in and pushed down with this on there, just because it's adding a, you know, just a little bit of thickness all the way around. So it's a little bit more effort than putting a normal bench down. With this in, man, this is looking pretty good. You know, we got some creases here from shipping, but this is nice. All right, let's do the back seat back. And to make sure you've got the right one, this one, you've got this opening here, which corresponds to the latch right here. So we've got this unzipped. We got some big Velcro action. So let's see what we can do. This backing here really attracts Velcro. It's like crazy. So you got to kind of hold it up from here. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to deal with it. And I've got it a little bit like twisted. All right, it helps if you look at these seams in the corners, make sure that everything is twisted, you know, properly, it's all aligned. Okay, now, see if I can tuck this under here. This seems like it's a bit of a challenge to get this in there. Okay, just you got everything where you think it should be, as far down as it can go. Pull this and attach the Velcro onto the seat back there. Zipper all the way in. Okay, that's all tucked in. Right now it's a little puffy, but all the seams are aligned. Okay, let's get this center part here done, the center armrest. These should be pretty easy. Yeah, no sweat. All right, let's take care of this one now. And if I remember, these just kind of pull out, but this, you're gonna have to lift up a little bit to get it out, but otherwise it just kind of pulls straight out. So now with this out, we can cover this up much easier, and fit this here. Yeah, I don't know what this Velcro is for. We've got some fabric here that we can use as Velcro for, and this might be good enough because it seems to have pulled and held everything up here. There's nothing to stick this on, but I guess it's you know, it's good to have some kind of a strap. You can see how things line up. This here lines up with this square, and also, you know, again, watch these guys here and see what they line up with in here. Okay, not bad, not bad. It's not 100% perfect over here, but it is not bad. All right, let's get this seat. All right, again, make sure you're working with the correct side. You can see this opening here corresponds with the opening latch on this side here, so keep that in mind. A little hard to deal with this Velcro because it is so sticky. All right, there's also the latch back here. There's an opening for the latch, so we've got to take that into account. Let me try to fold this up a little bit. Hold this down. Maybe I can't Velcro this. So. Got to try to keep that Velcro off of there so that you can pull this thing around. Let me try to Velcro down now. Okay. Make sure that latch works. Okay. All right, good. It will latch. All right, I'm going to try to use this tool here because my hand's getting tired. Let's see if this works better. Oh my God, this works way better. All right, so let's drop this down. And aside from all my junk back here, we can see now, you know, we've already been through this, but the entire back is protected. This is fantastic because the carpet that's underneath here, which is kind of like this fuzzy stuff, I don't know, it just kind of attracts all kinds of dust and dirt and things, and it's just kind of difficult to clean. This is super easy to clean. I already had some, I don't know, whatever, I got some like dirt on it, and it just wiped right off. It's fantastic. This, the only downside that I see, now I've only kind of folded these back and forth a few times, and as you can see, you know, like, especially now, it's new, it's kind of puffy, and I don't know, maybe it stays a little puffy, but when I sit on it, it feels completely comfortable, it feels normal. Again, these headrests, well, you know what, this actually already looks a little bit better than it used to. Even though it's, you know, as you can tell by my Christmas lights, it's very cold. It's Christmas time around here in Chicagoland area. It's cold. In the heat, this stuff is going to go away. You know, when you look at it, you don't look at it and think, oh God, it looks goofy, it's all puffy. It just kind of looks the way it is. It's not until you kind of sit on it that you see it kind of goes back. And again, maybe this will conform after some time. I don't know. I don't know yet. Here's the other part. So this doesn't go far in there at all. So it does that, but you know, it's kind of like, who cares? So that comes down. This is fully protected. That's nice. So again, this is a little bit puffy also. You know, is that a big deal to you? I don't know. It's not really to me. All right, seats back here, to me, these look fantastic. And these don't seem like, you know, again, like these are kind of puffy. These aren't like puffy. These sit and they look totally, these look like totally OEM to me. I don't know. I think that looks really cool. It's just a really cool look. So again, you know, I haven't seen better seat covers than these that are not like professionally upholstered. I really don't know where you can do better for the money. I don't know.